Alright, we're going to do some country driving today. Right now, the route here, I'm on like a private road, so yeah, so okay, that's what happens when you do FSD on a road for which there's no navigation. So I'm about to get out to the main road here and then we'll re-enable. That was weird. It thought it saw people, like where those mailboxes are, basically. Okay. So, like, for a drive like this out in the country, I am hopeful that maybe we can do this without any intervention. Other than speed alterations. Whoa, look at these crows. And there's no line in the road here, so it's doing pretty well considering. Like, I've seemed to remember in earlier versions of the beta, if there was no line in the road, it would just assume it was a single lane road and it would just like take up the center of the road. So this is a good improvement. Oh my god. I'm not gonna intervene, but like, what the hell was that? Okay, I am actually, because somebody is trying to turn into this road. And that guy was definitely giving me a stare down. All right, again, I'm gonna let it do its thing, as long as there's nobody waiting for me. All right, well, not a great start. One intervention so far. Are we making a right? No? Okay, that was weird. Can't decide what kind of lines these are. I mean, which makes sense considering the condition of the lines. What I do like about even like simple driving like this, and this is I think has been true for a long time, even with autopilot, is that like the car, when lane keeping, it doesn't just like, you know, strictly try to stick to a center line, which would, you know, result in kind of like a jerkier drive. Like, it allows itself some play. Like, it'll sort of you know, go off the center line, get closer to the line on the left or closer to the line on the right in order to, like, you know, reduce how jerky it is, if that makes sense. Right, because like if it kept the center line, it would just be, you know, strictly steering to that line. But it kind of, you know, like here, it's gonna get a little closer to the left side. You know, like it's not in the center of the lane right now, and then it's gonna start to veer back into the center. So you can even see that here. And then as we do the next turn, you'll see it'll let itself get close to the left again. See, and then it'll probably now let itself get closer to the right a little bit in order to make a more comfortable ride. So that's awesome. I'm not sure if like other lane keeping systems do that, but I like it. Okay, please don't. See, it's like, the jerky steering makes it feel like it's gonna veer into oncoming traffic, but like I very much have my hand on the brake, or my foot on the brake right now, just in case it decides to get froggy on me. Oh my god, okay, alright. Kind of nerve-wracking. Really tight turns, everything is falling. And what's going on? Are we here? We are here. Okay. Catch you on the way back. All right, I've turned the camera a little bit down so you can see more of the wheel. Let me know if you guys have a preference. Like if you'd like to see more wheel at the expense of sky, probably maybe makes sense, but let me know what you think. Okay, we have like kind of a potentially awkward left turn coming up because it's not a right, it's not like a 90-degree turn, it's like a 45. So we'll see how we do. Fine, yep. I want to try chill mode at a certain point. I mean, the least assertive FSD option, because as it is, like the way that it goes into turns is like pretty aggressive. Like shit is always flying around my car, which like I respect that, but it doesn't make for the most like comfortable driving. Okay, we have some pedestrians up here on the right in like a few hundred feet. Wonder how it'll handle that. Hopefully it'll just give them a little bit of space. Okay, probably would have been fine, but I didn't like how close it got to them. Like I would always, like, yeah, it should have given them some space. So that was an intervention, but perhaps not a necessary one, but just a comfort one. See, like even there, like I'd prefer if the car would not get so close to the center line with like oncoming cars like that. Like, yeah, it's fine, but if you have the space, like why not just give it a little bit more room on the left? Oh cool, it renders the trash can. I mean, I thought there were two of them, I think, even though there was only one, but still pretty cool. Oh, I'm going under the speed limit, that's why there's a guy tailgating me. So what I suspect is that, like, despite the fact that I'm in chill mode, like, I don't know that that affects FSD because, like, I think it might just be a separate system, because in the settings, there's two different separate things. There's chill versus like standard, I guess, and that just has to do with like how much acceleration it'll give you. So like if you're not in FSD and you're just driving manually, if you're in chill mode, it won't, like, I think even if you floor it, it'll give you a lot less power than if you're in standard mode. It'll give you all the power that it has, so it makes like a smoother ride, but I suspect that doesn't really play into FSD because there's also like the FSD settings where there's like assertive, normal, and chill. I don't know if that's what they're actually called, but like, yeah. So they're two separate sets of settings. Oh, interesting what the model is doing. Okay, so that's kind of cool that the van in front of me, okay, there's somebody behind me, okay, got a little close to that truck, but fine. That was cool. So the van in front of me had its brake lights on, but one of the brake lights is out, and you'll have to see what happened in the video, but it seemed to me like it eventually, like, it recognized that one brake light meant both brake light. Like one brake light, it recognized that as the brakes being on, whereas at first I thought maybe it thought that it was like a signal, like a turn signal, but cool that it recognized that. So here, this is actually an interesting test. If I put the follow distance all the way back, does that affect FSD as opposed to just autopilot? It seems like it does. So if I go all the way in again, it should get closer to this van. Which I can't really tell if it did. I guess maybe it did. Let me go out again. Yeah, I think that does make a difference. A small difference. but yeah, I think it does. All right, we're coming up on our turn here, and I think that's where the navigation ends. So I'll let it do its thing and see what happens, but I'm guessing it's gonna flip out. Oh wait, maybe this isn't the, oh sorry, this is not the private road yet. Yeah, okay, that was pretty, like, it knew to get closer to the right. I don't know why the hell it's slowing down now. Are we to the private road? Yeah, it's saying autopilot ending. So I'm really making a right here. And it doesn't, yeah, it's gonna stop here. So catch you guys later.